Good afternoon, Mr. Agarwal. Thanks for joining in. You are surely expanding your footprint. I think you opened a store in UP as well, maybe 10 or 15 days back. But tell us about the quarter first. Good top-line growth. How did this 46% growth come about?
Good morning, Viraj. See, we have been aspiring in the similar category, the tier 2, tier 3 cities that we are targeting. We have seen a lot of growth here in these kind of towns. So, of late, we opened almost 23 new stores in this year, which is giving healthy growth. And also, we are maintaining a same-store sales growth of around 11%. So, we are able to achieve the top-line numbers. But yes, due to the organization building, we are not able to similarly upkeep the bottom line numbers. We are right now building the organization, trying to invest a lot of manpower and on the manpower and on the trainings and on the actual operations. So, but the top line has been good. We are seeing good demand in the market. We are seeing the aspirations up. And in spite of some rains, unseasonal rains in the March month, we have seen this kind of growth, and we still feel there is a huge potential for the same.
What about your outlook on margins? How is that expected to pan out? Where do you see the trend on margins?
It's going to remain stable. Usually, quarter 4 is always the bad quarter for us, the worst quarter for the out of the whole 4. But we are very bullish on the margins also, because we have not opened up stores with Kirana of late. So we have reduced our Kirana share, which gives us a low margin. So now the Kirana contributes only 12%. So rest is only fashion. So we are predominantly a fashion retailer, and where we are getting good margins. So our gross margins typically for the annual period was almost like 30%, which we are targeting, and the bottom line is also up. So I think we are very bullish on the margins also going forward.
So Mr. Agarwal, tell me, before we talk about expansion, when you mentioned that you are in the investment phase and therefore the bottom line is not shaping up well, when does that change? You're showing top line growth. When does the bottom line growth start showing improvement?
See, almost last 3 quarters, if you saw, we are able to maintain our bottom line, and the kind of bottom line that we are aspiring, because as of now, you understand that the size of the company is growing. So if the size of the company is growing, to look at the future aspect of the company, we need to invest in some of the key categories. So I think we are almost there, and we are expanding with our supply chain management also. We have just recently had a big supply chain distribution center. A 14-acre plot of land has been acquired by the company on lease, and we are developing the same to enhance the supply chain operations. So we are trying to reduce the inventory number of days, and we are trying to justify the business that we are in. So actually what we are trying to do is we are trying to give the fresh inventory or the fresh stock to the customers, and trying to reduce the manpower, the stock days. So typically if we try to do those, our sales are going to rise, and the fixed costs are as a percentage of sales are going to go low. So typically over the period of time, within this year also, we would see some growth in the bottom line also.
What about expansion? I see that you've opened your 90th store in all over India, and I believe this is what, the 42nd store in UP alone. So that's half of your revenues that come in from the state of UP. Why this concentration, and what's the expansion plan going ahead?
See, we have seen the concept that we have taken up is basically a cluster-based approach, where we don't travel more than 100 kilometers for our new store. So we have seen Uttar Pradesh as a major dense area with huge population, very high density of people residing there, and there are many number of districts which have very high population, over 2.5 million and 3 million population is there in the districts. So you have a lot of areas where you can actually open up, and there is a lot of virgin land which is available there, and as people have a lot of aspiration to spend money, and there are youth and the young families which are growing up and bringing up the aspiration. So we have opened a lot of stores in UP, and we are there at 42. Recently we opened a store in Uttarakhand only yesterday, and that was our 91st store. And we still aspire to open almost like 24 to 25 stores in the coming year, as per our business plan or objective issue which we had mentioned during the IPO process.
All right, we leave it at that. Thanks very much, Mr. Agarwal, for joining in and giving us that quick perspective. Just want to bring up V-Mart Retail once again. In trade, the stock will come up for you on your screens. Of course, we'll also talk about the auto sales numbers. It's down about 2.5% V-Mart. but just run through all the auto majors in today's session. Maruti, M&M, Hero MotoCorp, Tata Motors, trading with a bit of a negative bias on the sales numbers, which look a bit disappointing across the board. Yatin, in all that talk about a possible revival, are we seeing signs of it just yet? Doesn't seem like it.
Well, Tanvir, if you look at the month of April, that is seasonally weak because, January, February, March are typically months wherein, the full year buying is somewhat reflected, and April is somewhat slow. Possibly people get tax benefits in March. So, April is considered to be seasonally weak, and that is the kind of weakness that we are looking at as far as April sales numbers are concerned. Of course, despite those weaknesses, in the system on a seasonally basis, we have seen most of the companies have missed the analyst expectations. If you look at Maruti, they have posted a sales number of close to 86,000 units, down by nearly 12% on a year-on-year basis. That was much below what the analysts were anticipating. The slowdown in the domestic passenger market continuously, is slowing, is what we are getting as a feedback. Mahindra & Mahindra, their automotive sales have also suffered. We have seen a 12% dip coming in on a year-on-year basis. Of course, last time we had a high base, but despite that fact, we have seen slowing SUV sales are there. Tractor segment, that is something that has disappointed everybody. We have seen a 10% decline for Mahindra & Mahindra tractor volumes. Also, Escort has posted a figure which is showing almost 20% decline on a year-on-year basis. The unseasonal rains in the month of February and in the month of March, clearly impacting the sales for the month of April. So we have seen some kind of a slowdown happen in the agri equipment, segment, which was growing at a 10-15 kind of percent in the last few months. So clearly pressure building up there. Of course, if you talk about the two-wheeler space, Hero MotoCorp is a clear outperformer here, even outperforming Bajaj Auto. And Bajaj Auto is the one which has been continuously losing market share. Hero MotoCorp as well as TVS Motors are doing well. Of course, Hero MotoCorp came out with numbers, 5.7 lakh units is what they sold in the month of April alone. A growth of nearly 14% on a year-on-year basis, slightly better than what the analysts were anticipating. So clearly, April is a seasonally weak month, and more pain is expected. Of course, we are awaiting numbers from Tata Motors as well as Ashok Leyland, and that also should be weak because commercial vehicle has not yet recovered, and possibly there will be weakness there as well.
Okay, Yatin, many thanks for getting us those updates. So that's, of course, the auto stocks. I was just looking at the auto index, and auto components are doing okay today. Not so much for the auto companies, but auto components, Amtech Auto, Motherson Sumi, etc., have done okay for themselves. Prakash, on the charts, an Amtech or a Motherson?
Both look okay, but if I have a choice, I think I'll stick with Motherson Sumi. Certainly looking good to me. Seen a good up move of 4% today. Have a stop somewhere below the levels of 255 should be just fine. On the upside, target closer to 276 should be on. So Motherson Sumi is a buy.
Okay, 264 currently for Motherson in the session. Take a break on that note. Come back, get in trading ideas from both Sandeep and Prakash, get in Ashwini with his option strategies as well.
At 8 p.m., the talk is all about the markets.
The hits and the misses.
The ups and the downs.
What news is moving the stock?
And what's shaping trade.
Stay one step ahead of the market.
Get street smart on Market Up.
Only on ET Now.
Presented by Hettich Fittings.
I can capture life in a blink. I can download the world in an instant. I live carefree. This is my life. My life powered by the Samsung Galaxy S5.
Investing in the futures market. What should retail investors be aware of before investing in futures and options? Presenting BSE Prudent Investor. A special series of panel discussions with eminent stock analysts, educating investors on how to approach stock investments. Only on ET Now.
Leadership is all about the fine balance between power and finesse. Presenting the 2014 Fluidic Verna, a bar-packed performer.
Hyundai.
Did you know that stocks with an attractive dividend yield can be a good investment option in every market condition? Presenting the ICICI Prudential Dividend Yield Equity Fund, a fund that aims to invest in good companies with attractive dividend yields. NFO closes 9th May 2014. To know more, consult your financial advisor or log on to ICICIPruAMC.com. ICICI Prudential Mutual Fund. Tarakki Kare. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
Welcome back. You're still watching Hot Stocks right here on ET. Now let's get in ideas from Ashwini. This morning, option strategies essentially. Ashwini, come to you. What is it that you'd recommend for our viewers?
I think 6600 put can be sold for about 170. Use a stop of about 6650. TCS IT space seems to be making a comeback, so sell the 2200 put on TCS of 47. Use a stop of 2200. Infosys, you can sell the 3200 put for about 76. Use a stop of 3200. And DLF, you can sell the 145 call for about 8.8. Use a stop of 145.
Bullishness on IT and DLF upsides may be looking capped. Interesting thoughts there, Ashwini. Many thanks. Just wondering though, actually, before I thank you, would you go ahead and take a futures long position in any of the top IT majors at these levels?
See, the IT index has been moving in a very narrow range. Also, all of these stocks have been moving in extremely narrow range. So, if we keep going and say close at the highs of the day, you should take positions, because I think most of the selling in IT is done. And now some money may move out of the rate sensitive cyclicals and move towards IT, because that won't be impacted in any case, whichever way the election goes. So maybe some movement is now beginning to happen on the IT sector.
Okay, Devious sales figures flashing on your screens, up 15% at 1.9 lakh units. Devious has been, at least for the last couple of months and a few quarters, I would reckon, the numbers on the sales side on overall volumes have been fairly encouraging. Their total exports are also up 41%. So, unlike Hero MotoCorp and perhaps Bajaj Auto, this one has been doing fairly well for itself. 2.5% up on Devious Motors as we speak.
Well, yes, indeed, bang on, Tanveer. And yes, it's done very well, much better than what Hero has done for the month. But on to more trading ideas from our experts. Sandeep, what is it that you're recommending in the session today?
Neeraj, buy in a UPL, stop loss 270, target 310. A buy in a NMDC, stop loss 150, target 165. And a sell in Tata Steel, stop loss 404, target 374.
Prakash, come to you. What is it that you'd recommend?
Well, I have two buys in one sale, starting with Glenmark Pharma. Certainly looking good to me. The way it's given a breakout, looks like it's heading to levels closer to 650. I would have a stop below 608 and trade long. Second stock that I like is a good old HDFC, structurally positive. A good inching forward moves are there. Breakout is there and sustain the breakout. I think HDFC is climbing to levels closer to 940, stop below 900. Very tight stop. Third is the sell is the HDIL. It's actually broken down, is trading lower. Perhaps we could see levels closer to around 60 or so in the days to come. Stop above 69. One shot, too long.
Okay, Prakash, Sandeep, gentlemen, many thanks for joining in today and giving us that perspective. We're still clinging on to 6,700. Mid caps and small caps doing better. So I'm sure a lot of trading opportunities, and the stock game and Traders 20 will take forward all of those.
Yeah, we certainly will get in lots of trading recommendations from our equity trading guests, but not just that, of course, Neeraj. We'll have commodity bets, and it's the last and final day of the stock game, so lots lined up. Stay tuned.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks very much for joining in on Traders 20 on ET Now. I'm Mekha Chadha.
Hi, everyone. I'm Avan Vash, and Traders 20 is the show where we get you a daily dose of 20 fresh stock ideas so that you can have a profitable trading day. Our top technical experts will join in over the next half hour to get you some of the most exciting bets in the market.
And of course, no show of Traders 20 is complete without getting you some commodity picks as well as strategies to make the best of the futures and options market. So let's get started by first introducing the 6 equity guests who will be with us over the next 30 minutes. We'll have Ashwini joining in from Delhi. Mitesh is right here with us in Mumbai, as is Sandeep Barclay, Prakash Kaba, VN Giri Saladi and Mayank Mehta.
And straight up to the equity markets, and